We live in a world that tells us our worth is measured by how useful we are, how much we produce, and what we contribute to the economy. But what happens when that productivity ends, when the job is over, when retirement arrives and suddenly the world no longer needs your labor? This is the usefulness paradox, the strange and often painful reality that when society equates value with productivity, many retirees find themselves asking, "What am I worth now?" Imagine working for decades, waking up with purpose every morning, your identity tied to your role, your paycheck, your responsibilities, and then overnight it stops. People still smile at you, but the calls slow down, the meetings disappear, and the sense of being needed fades away. For some, this feels like freedom, but for many, it feels like erasure, like being pushed to the margins. Society celebrates efficiency and output, but it rarely celebrates wisdom, patience, or presence. Yet those are the very qualities retirees often carry in abundance. The paradox is not that retirees have no value, it's that our culture struggles to see value beyond labor. Retirees reconcile this paradox in different ways. Some pour their time into volunteering, becoming the mentors, caregivers, and guides that society quietly depends on. Others rediscover creativity, art, and hobbies that were long buried under the weight of schedules. Some lean into family, shaping the next generation with lessons that no textbook can teach. In truth, the worth of a retiree cannot be measured by spreadsheets or productivity charts. Their value exists in stories, in wisdom, in the quiet courage of having lived through seasons that younger people have yet to face. The usefulness paradox is a mirror held up to society itself. It asks us, why do we only honor people when they are producing? Why do we measure time in profits and not in presence? Why do we forget that simply existing, experiencing, and sharing is valuable too? Retirees often find peace by rewriting the narrative. They stop asking, "What does the world need from me?" and start asking, "What brings me joy? What gives me meaning? What makes me feel alive?" Self-worth no longer comes from output, but from connection, curiosity, and contribution in forms that cannot be monetized. And maybe that's the lesson for all of us. Usefulness is not just about labor. It's about living fully, loving deeply, and leaving behind traces of wisdom and kindness that echo long after we are gone. So if you ever feel the world no longer needs your labor, remember this: the world still needs your presence, your story, and your humanity, and that will always be enough.